All right. Welcome in, everybody.
Yes,
Daily
sir.
Bread, August 2nd. Sorry for not being with you guys yesterday. Unfortunate circumstances came up, but don't expect to be missing our ugly mugs for a little bit further. So we both got the blue on today. We got the color scheme going. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing great. New week, new money. Time to get to it, man. A lot of stuff going on this week. Free agency and basketball kicks off tonight. Got a lot of moving pieces possibly in the next couple of days. Baseball, we got a lot of players that were on the move last week that are going to be playing with new teams. You definitely want to get on that. You definitely want to, be able to check out what's going on with that. And that's the biggest thing right now. What the hell?
Yeah, we are live on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch right now. We are 7 subscribers away from giving out $100 from hitting our YouTube subscriber mark for the month. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you're watching right now and haven't done that yet. Free chance at $100. All the subscribers are available. I am tweeting out the YouTube link right now if you're watching us on Twitter and you want to skip over to there.
We're this close to giving away more free money.
As
We're
usual,
right
hit us up
What's
for what you're betting tonight. Got any questions on the games? We got an 8-game MLB slate today. We got a little announcement in the middle of it. And then you never know where we'll go at the end of it. You'll get the Sosa and Rex banter. But we got all of our usuals tapping in. Thank you for joining us today. We got our crew here, Sosa. Let's get into our baseball bets for the today. One thing before we get into it, the Phillies are fucking assholes. Give up the walk-off hit when I go there, then they win 15-2 yesterday when we elect not to go to the game. Thanks, Phillies, for that. All right, continue into today's what people actually care about.
Hey, man, the game's the game, right? That's how they do it. That's how they do you. Like, when you go, they don't perform or they do some wild shit, and then all of a sudden, as soon as you don't attend, man, are you Bad Luck Rex? Are you officially Bad Luck Rex now? Because
No, I just think it's just the Phillies 500. It's just the way the Phillies are. So I guess I'm not a Columbus or DC fan. I'll be at that game Wednesday night. As you can see, I don't like Ohio that much, but I got a nice big Ohio thing in the back of my head.
Right. I know you're not an Ohio guy. We know where your loyalty lies. Philly,
we got
everything.
the
Nice
Ben
shirt.
Simmons jersey on today for everybody. Rocking Ben Simmons in Ohio.
You know the vibes. You know what it's hitting for. You know what I'm saying? And when Ben's back in a Sixers uniform next year, all of y'all can shut the fuck up. But that's a different story for another day. We're gonna get into baseball. I got a few plays today. Hold on, my robot vacuum is going off. Give me a second. There we go. All right, cool. I got a couple of plays already ready for the people. The one I'm leading with is the Blue Jays -1.5. I obviously love the matchup that we have on our hands. Front to back, Eli Morgan is a fade spot. Robbie Ray's been solid. They're back home. They look like they found their groove back in Toronto. At -1.5, at -134, there's a lot of juice on that. I also would possibly look at the team total. I know they haven't hit it in a couple of days, but that's usually what we bet on when we bet on the Blue Jays. I know I usually am one of those people who simply say don't take them to win games. But I do like the spot with Robbie Ray on the hill, and I do like the spot with the way that their lineup looks. I mean, they might not be putting up a lot of runs, but they're still scoring enough to win. And that might bode well, actually. They've gotten a couple of good pitching performances as of recently, which is the one thing that they really, really, really could use. The rotation's been trashed. The bullpen's been trashed. They picked up Hand at the deadline, which is going to help bolster that a little bit. And it'll give them, it should give them a little more juice. I still don't believe that they're better than the Yankees. I don't believe they're better than the Red Sox, and I don't believe they're better than the Devil Rays or the Rays. They're not the Devil Rays. That just shows you I'm old.
They had a Devil Ray on their hat though last night in that bright yellow. That was pretty nice. So my big thing I see in this matchup, team total definitely I think might be the way I would trend towards more, but just to support your run line angle. I know this is a money line stat, but when Cleveland's big, there's a bunch of -200s out there on the board today. And I always am someone who advocates taking stabs at one or two of them. Cleveland would not be one of the teams I would take a stab at today because the books get the number right on them. When they're big dogs, so greater than +175, they're 2-7 straight up. So the books kind of just line this number right up. So that's just where I agree. Run line for you. I would more stray towards the team total there, but both of them will be winners. Thank
Absolutely.
you, Mo. Ooh,
Thank
betting and heels got Seattle as her big dog of the day.
Seattle's your big dog of the day. Wow.
Let's go
All
to
right.
that matchup right now with Flexen versus Waka. Betting and heels got Seattle.
Right.
Exception.
With Flexen, the only issue is Flexen's been absolute dog shit on the road. So like that was like my angle. I do like them to score though. I actually have a play from this game, and it's the Mariners team total over 3.5. I like it to be like a 6-5 game sort. Yeah, I like there to be a little more scoring today in this one.
So the strangest thing I just saw on this, Flexen, he has the 5.92 ERA that you alluded on. His team is 5-2 in his road starts though, and the over is 7-0 every single road over. So that's one thing that just caught my mind. Listeners, is that enough for me to bet on it? That's a huge. That's solely a trend play there, but that's wild that all of his starts on the road have gone over. I mean, it makes sense. So I kind of like that angle in this game.
I personally agree. Like I said, the team total is definitely my play. I do think that they can score some runs today, for sure, over 3.5. And I also like the Nerfy in the game. No runs first inning at -115. Mariners Rays. You know what I say about starting pitching? Sometimes it's not the aces; it's the middle of the pack guys that are going to get you those 6 runs.
Mm-hmm.
This is a perfect spot for that. Waka has been. It's more of a name from the past at this particular juncture in his career. But I do believe that they both can get me 3 outs in the first inning. I don't believe that either lineup is going to be, extremely motivated on a travel day to come out swinging the bats.
Yeah, Waka, the only thing that goes against that is Waka at home. In his 6 starts, he has a 1.93. So he's pretty solid in those home starts. But we're going to rock a half unit on the over 9 in this game. So you got the team total in this one. I'm just going for the full game over. So we both like that. Ooh, we got a question from the Princess Evan, my buddy Biggie. What's up, Evan? Who do we like to hit a Yabo tonight, Sosa?
A home run?
Yeah, that's your expertise.
I have Juan Soto to hit a home run. It's at plus 360. That I already gave that out on Twitter this morning. Like that's my one home run prop of the day. Juan Soto to go yard tonight. And let me just see this real quick. It's against the Phillies, obviously. He performs well against the Phillies. I like him to go yard tonight. At the crib.
I like that one.
They just had a level of a fire sale, and he's like the one unmovable piece of the franchise at this juncture in his career, right? So I expect it to be him basically getting the green light to do whatever he wants. He is now officially the face of the Washington Nationals. The 2 other all-star players are gone. Strasburg is handicapped. It is what it is. He's the face of the team now. I think I like him to come out this second half and absolutely ball. So
your guy, Gray, the prospect, he's making his first start for the Nats tonight. My pick is going to be same game. Bryce is going to hit a dinger in this game back in Washington. You can just lock that one in. Bryce ripped 3 doubles yesterday. The bat's hot. He's going yard tonight back at
Bryce Harper?
Yeah.
Right. And
what number you got on that?
I got Bryce Harper to hit a home run at – hold on. He is currently at plus 195. So the odds are saying that big.
I don't like the big number there. But, yeah, if you want to have some fun, bet a Yabo tonight. You got Soto. I got Harper. Let's see who gets it.
Right. And what I'm seeing in the comments, Vladdy Jr. I mean, bro, Vladdy has been such a good hitter, but he hasn't been going crazy the last 2 weeks. So, I mean, it's not a bad play to take a stab at. He's been such a good hitter all year. So it's never a bad idea to put some money on Vlad to go yard.
All right. So we covered.
And Vlad's
do you like anything in the Phillies Nats? Because we're just going to touch on each one real quick. Covered
Phillies
2
Nats,
already. Do you like anything other than Yabos here?
I think I would lean towards the over at 8, the over 8.5. Just because I don't trust the Nationals bullpen at all.
Or the Phillies bullpen.
Or the Phillies bullpen. I don't trust either bullpen. So Young prospect on the mound. Am I expecting him to go 7-8 innings? No. I expect him to go 5, probably be on a pitch count. Once they get to the bullpens, it's, it could be, you don't know what the fuck could happen with those bullpens. They're such a joke. So that would be my lean in that situation.
All three, the first series in Washington, all 3 games went under the total, if that means anything to you.
It doesn't.
Just like to share with the viewers. I know it doesn't to you, but some people there might like it.
It's just that, like, the bullpens, bro, my God.
Oh, yeah, no. It's just water always finds its level, and especially with these squads, especially we both like someone to hit a Yabo in it. There's no way I'd be leaning towards the under.
Absolutely not.
What's your next play you got lined up for us?
The next play I got is the Angels money line. I'm going to roll with them simply because I'm fading Texas for the rest of the year. I don't care how well they played this weekend, and I immediately expect them to go back to their usual ways. They won yesterday, correct?
Yeah, they won 2 in a row.
Going right back to losing.
Has the starter been announced for?
No, they have not, and to me, it doesn't matter. That's the one play that I really love. And
my
the
book
other
has Dunning in that slot, but it has the number off the board. So I don't know if he was the early guy that was scratched or if they just haven't announced.
For Texas. They haven't announced who's pitching for the Angels. And then with
Suarez,
my biggest play of the day.
Biggest. That's the first time we've heard that word here.
It's a plus money play, but it's like it's
even better.
It's one of those games where it's a setup, right? Where it could be a potential setup. The Brewers are favored to an extreme extent, right? So you can either roll with the favorite and bet that they really beat the shit out of the Pittsburgh Pirates, like they got their asses whooped yesterday, right?
Yep.
Or you bet on, the dog, like the super dog. I believe today that the Brewers handle business in a big way against them. So I have the Brewers on the super run line today at -2.5, plus 135. And everything I'm reading tells me that they should be smoked. Everything. And I know the number is huge, but you can either go one way or the other. You can either take the dog, right? Or you roll it all out on the favorite handling business and beating the shit out of them. Like yesterday with the Dodgers. There's only two angles you can take. So
yeah, and the Pirates did just get the beat down yesterday as well. So that's kind of where traveling up to Milwaukee. Wilson's starting today. Don't like that for them whatsoever.
Right. So I expect. All
right, we're rocking the Brew Crew tonight.
And that's all I'm going with right now for baseball.
All right, let's Outlaw got us something, and then we got like 2 more games after this one, or I only think 2 more to talk about after this game.
For sure.
Giants and D-backs. What do we think about which team, Arizona or just the game in general?
Arizona just got smoked.
That's where the question is. Off of 13-0 what do we think? After getting shut out, the Diamondbacks are 1-9 this season.
They stink.
So I would say you're rocking the Giants in some sort of way.
I would say Giants team total. It's probably completely juiced though. I wouldn't doubt it. Over 5. I like that. Arizona
-189 ain't bad for a money line parlay. Play the -1 if your book allows it, because then you get the push at worst if you really don't want to play the because you're just basically getting the money line. That would be the way I would attack it. I don't like that. We just think the big dog's rolling this Monday. We don't think it's going to be a wacky Monday, because I do think there's a potential upset spot on the board.
I would parlay that with Cedric Mullins, my favorite player.
That's the game I was right about to get into. The O's at the Yankees. So the Yankees, they pulled out some late games in that series against the Fish. They swept them, but the first 5 for the Fish cashed in 2 of the 3 games. Who do we trust Lopez whatsoever to keep it? Jorge Lopez to keep it in the park, who has a 6.51 ERA.
I was leaning Yankees team total, to be honest, but that's at 6 right now.
Yeah, total at 10.
And
Heaney's on the mound for them, who's not much better either. That's where not in New Jersey, so I don't know what the weather is going to be like there today. But I'm assuming it'll be blowing out.
The over's kind of high too. So if anything, it would be the Yankees team total. I mean, Lopez has been awful, and you can only imagine that the Yankees bats are going to get better given the reinforcements that they just got at the trade deadline. So I would lean towards the Yankees handling business to an extent today for sure.
Jesus, Lopez has already started 3 times against the Yanks this season. They actually won one of his 3 starts. He lost the other 2, but he didn't make it into the 5th inning in any of the starts.
He's been awful. So yeah, it seems like a Yankee night. That would be the I would lean toward.
I hate to hear that.
That
means there'd probably be no action in this game for me then.
Yeah. And also, like there are some super favorites today. There's a lot of super favorites.
I know that's where if you just do all 4 dogs, if you hit 2 of them, you have a nice night. If 1 out of 3 barely lose cash,
you've got 5
0 for 4, obviously.
You've got 5 money lines at over 200 or more. So it's Monday. Tread carefully. Don't get out here trying to super max bet a bunch of bullshit on a Monday. Don't do that.
You want to super max bet a bunch of bullshit on Monday? Throw them all in a round robin. You get 3 of them to hit, man.
Best of luck with that. Exactly.
What's the only we didn't touch on the fish at the Mets. The Mets at Miami.
If anything, I would take Mets money line. McGill's look good, there's no play for me in that game right now at all.
That's where. What's the line currently at on that one? I'm sorry, pulling that up.
Like 140 minus 140 or something like that.
Yeah, it's all from my book.
Minus 150 Mets on the money line.
Nope. I was about to say the Marlins have lost 4 in a row. It's usually good time to fade the teams that are streaking in the wrong direction. Wouldn't be surprised if the Mets win pretty soundly today. Javi went yard yesterday. So I hate the Mets, but bringing back the black unis, they're so nice. I hate them so much. I hate the franchise so much, but those unis are so nice. They're all their other ones are stupid. They should only wear those black ones all the time.
Yeah, those are definitely fire. Facts. But yeah, man. Moving forward, I wanted to get into what we were talking about earlier as far as this announcement today. We got a new sponsor with Pix City. They're really good guys. They got a field of handicappers. Obviously, we do the daily show every day for you guys, and it's all free content. They offer access to a bunch of different handicappers who have a bunch of different methods and ways of betting. Also, they have handicappers that offer niche picks, which are just simply being able to be dominant in certain skills or certain sports that might be a little bit more obscure. Those handicappers hold a lot of value, especially when they can dominate something like, say, golf or tennis, something that is not generally huge in America per se. So, I do appreciate them for rocking with us and, definitely just, pushing the content and giving us an outlet there. Like I said, follow the guys over at Pick City. They're good people. We'll probably be getting some swag, some stuff from them soon. Probably give some stuff away,
definitely giveaways.
But definitely tap in with them if you guys are looking for more picks, more information. They're really, really solid guys over there.
Yes, sir. So we got 2 more subscribers during the show. Just plug our YouTube real quick because that's where you'll catch us with the 2 Pick City shows that we will have. 5 more subscribers, $100. We'll raffle it off tomorrow. Just 100 or 5 more for $100 to all of our followers potentially. Yes,
sir. And I just want to just to really finish off the show today, I want to get into a little bit about free agency in basketball. Free agency starts tonight, 6 p.m. We've been hearing a lot of prognostication about where guys are going to go, where guys are the best fit. Sometimes it's important to be realistic in regards to players' values. We just saw some really weird shit happen in regards to players signing contracts that seem to be a little bit discounted. We saw Mike Conley is on the verge of taking 3 years for 60 M's. We got a lot of point guards who are not necessarily considered stars that are on the market in this particular offseason. And we're just kind of seeing – I see a lot of people talking about Lonzo Ball going to the Bulls, going to possibly the Knicks, possibly Boston. He's one of those guys who I think holds a lot of value in the NBA still. Extremely young, has never really gotten a fair shake as a player in regards to playing his natural position. He gets drafted. They bring in LeBron James. That doesn't help the development of any young player. That doesn't help the development of a point guard in any capacity. He went to New Orleans. They had an idiot and Alvin Gentry who didn't know how to play him. And then, he's never been that prototypical pick and roll point guard that he was before he came into the league. So I do believe that his value does hold a certain premium in the NBA. So like for people to think that like he might be getting overpaid, I believe he's 23 years old. He's nowhere near his ceiling, and he's nowhere had a shot to play his position in the NBA. Especially when I hear guys say that like Dennis Schroeder's better. Like, what the fuck has Dennis Schroeder done as an NBA player to warrant that? Like he went to LA for a year and LeBron gave him the green light to do whatever the fuck he wanted, or he backed
Rondo up. Was the point guard that won them the ship in the bubble. Was nothing Schroeder.
You back up. Well, Schroeder wasn't on the team. Remember
that's what I'm saying. They brought Schroeder in to essentially be a better version of a Rondo because they thought, man, Rondo's up there in age. Like we get this young guy who has not the same skill set, but a serviceable point guard that could lead us somewhere. And man, he was just not great this year.
Absolutely terrible. And he also is a dickhead. He should fire his fucking agent. You turned down $80+ million. And look at the market now. You've completely fucked yourself. He's an idiot. I've said it before. Never trust a nigga with a blonde patch in his head. Don't ever fucking do it. That's stupid. Don't do that. So actually, if you look at the numbers, Outlaw, you're wrong. Look at his numbers when he came back from injury shooting the three. He is one of the top 10 most efficient shooters in the NBA. That's incorrect. So I can't agree with you at all. He's a one guard. He is a point guard. That is it. Lonzo Ball's not a two guard. He's been forced to play out of position. Like, bro, they fucking gave him Eric Bledsoe.
There's been a big theme with Bledsoe on Daily Bread.
He fucking sucks. He's a burger. Like you want to fuck up a young player's progression? Get him Eric Bledsoe as his backcourt mate. See how that shit works out.
I mean, the clash just isn't even that great for the free agency, in my opinion.
I wouldn't say it's night and day, though. Saying it's night and day would say it's like.
It depends if the restricted players and the player options opt out, because if all those go, like if then your top names Lowry, then Mike Conley and DeRozan are like your three guys that are all basically unrestricted that you don't have to worry about.
What's up, King Picks? King Picks, what's up, my boy? I wouldn't be surprised if Lonzo stayed. I could see New Orleans keeping him and running him a bag. I would not be surprised whatsoever seeing that. I
think Dinwiddie will be the potential biggest how he comes back from the injury. I think he'll be potentially the biggest winner, biggest signing of this draft for what he can give to the right team.
And I believe that Dinwiddie's a fraud.
Ooh, really?
I don't believe
a starter. He's by no means a starter. That's what I'm not asking him to do, and that's what you're not signing him to do.
He's not as good as people think, and that's just my honest opinion. I like the guy, but I think he's fraudulent. I don't think he's really the it in any capacity. I don't think Dinwiddie is as good as people believe he is, and that's just, I mean, I'm not giving a guy coming off an ACL, which is the second time he's torn an ACL since college, not giving him a bag. It's not.
No, that's where you're signing him to be the top bench option.
Yeah, well, I mean, it just depends on what he thinks his. I think he's overvaluing himself, and there's nothing wrong with that. He's a smart dude. The whole crypto thing is real cute. Like, that's awesome. He's smart. That's cool. But that doesn't mean he's like, he holds his weight on the basketball court, in my opinion. I don't think he's as good as people are making him seem to be. So if there's a lot of guys in this that I would take over him. I would take Lonzo over him in a heartbeat. I'd probably take Schroeder over him too. I'd take Schroeder over Dinwiddie because of the injuries. The injury history is something I cannot ignore. I cannot invest a solid amount of money or think that I'm going to use you in the future when you have shown me that you have an incapability of staying healthy. Like, that is huge.
And then the other name that I was looking out there is, do you think Oubre Jr. makes a move?
Oubre holds value because he's a 3-and-D guy. The thing is that you got to be able to shoot the three to be a 3-and-D guy.
You mean make the three, not he shoots it, unlike
somebody. But he doesn't make them shits. He be bricking a whole fucking lot. A whole lot. So it's just interesting to see where teams are going with that, man. Like, I'm not high on Oubre. I'm not high on him at all. Like you know what you're going to do, what you're supposed to be doing when you play with Steph Curry. Sit 20 feet away and hit the three. If you're not doing that and that's your role, and now you're going to be specified as a role player in that 3-and-D role, and you can't shoot threes, your value is not what it is. We're talking 3-and-D, best one. Like, we're talking the best 3-and-D guys in the league right now. We're talking guys like Mikal Bridges, guys who can stay out the paint, shoot threes, and can guard multiple positions. Right? Those are real 3-and-D players. He got to be able to hit them. I think he's overvalued on the market as well. I think he's extremely overvalued. He could be a really good player on a bad team, but as far as being a role player, I think he needs to a team would have to bring him in and limit his minutes from the moment he comes in the door.
So I got something to wrap up today's episode. We're about at a half hour. We touch on each MLB game.
Mm-hmm.
So since there could be an unexpected new stadium stop tomorrow, the Columbus Clippers, it's the AAA team. Dude, $7 tickets, and guess what tomorrow is? Dime a dog night. So it's cost a dime to get a hot dog tomorrow night at the stadium.
Come on now. You have to go. There's no like, you have to go. It's not even dollar dog night. It's dime dog night.
Every Tuesday. I said it on the website, then I texted our buddy a nod because he lives in Columbus. I might meet up with him at some point this week. But texted him, I said, "Is this true?" And he goes, "Yes." I was just like, man, the Phillies have dollar dog night, but dime? Like, I don't like. Well, how am I? If I give them $1, are they really going to give me 90 cents back if I just buy one?
It's insane. That's insane.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's $7 a ticket, and it's right here. I might just go for like 3 or 4 innings.
No doubt. But yeah, man, enjoy your trip. This is what dedication is. You're on vacation. You just get to the hotel, and you're right to it. I appreciate it. The people appreciate it.
We always got to give out the winners. We felt bad missing yesterday's episode. Don't you guys worry. We'll be live the rest of this week, the next week after, and so on.
We're going crazy this week. Let's get some money. Also, shout out to Pick City one more time before we get out of here. Make sure you're following them. Make sure you're following Sunday Morning Quarterbacks and Paid for Play. You'll be getting more tweets, more info coming out in the next couple days in regards to what we got going on for you guys. As always, appreciate you. Let's get to another great day.
Yes, sir. Until tomorrow, we'll catch you guys later.